So it's fine, it's good?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so it's pre-recorded because we wanted to avoid maybe potential randomness in the demo execution because some runtime can be different time to run to run. And the next one will be pre-recorded too, so I'll start it now. Hello everyone, I'm Thomas Osney. Oh, maybe I forgot something. I have to share the audio too. I hope it's good. I start now. Hello everyone, I'm Thomas Osney and I'm working at the French Institute of Bioinformatics, which is the French node of Elixir. During this demo, I will showcase you our tool FairChecker. So in the open science context, the tool aims at providing help for researchers, developers and others to evaluate and improve the fairness of their resource. So first, the tool is split in two parts. The first part is for everyone who is interested in monitoring the fairness of its resource, based on the Fairmetrics API developed by Mark Wilkinson, and try to provide easy to understand recommendation and how to validate a fail metrics. The second part is for more experienced users with a bit of technical knowledge on RDF-based technologies. This part aims at evaluating the quality of metadata using semiotic web technologies and bioschema profiles to provide concrete ways of improving the resource. This is better suited for users with the control over their web resources. So here it is the first part. It is split in 3 steps. The first steps consist in providing the URL. The second one, we will evaluate the URL. So I will start the test. While it is executing, we can see that we have a summary here as a radar chart. And here in the table we can see all the results. We can see the name of the matrix, a description on what it is tested, a comment that is the explanation, the logging actually of the execution of the metric. So now we are in the first step, right here. So if we come back to the application, we can see that this code is recommendations that will be useful to improve the fairness of the resource. We've linked to Fair Cookbooks, which is a really interesting resource to help users to improve the fairness of a resource. Once you have improved your resource with recommendations, you can go back to the step 1 and try again and try to improve again your resource. So this was the first part, which is better suited for novice users in fair data. Now we will go to the second part. In the second part, we will check the quality of the metadata that we can find in web pages. So the first step is to retrieve the metadata that are present in the web page. So I'll go to the second part. I'll paste the URL. We will retrieve the metadata from the page. So here you can see metadata that are structured as a graph, actually an RGF graph. So we can see citations, we can see authors, we can see a description of the resource. We can visualize the graph here. It is not really readable, but it is a prototype. So now we will start the second step, which is here, which consists in trying to improve and complement our graph based on other knowledge bases, databases, such as OpenAIRE, Wikidata, OpenCitation, or Bio.tools. So I'll go back to the demo, so we can try to get more metadata. You can also visualize the graph as different formats, such as JSON-LD or Turtle, etc. So now we have finished the second step. So we will go to the first step. We will check if metadata properties are described in ontology registries, such as linked open vocabularies, bioportal, or ontology lookup service. So we go back to the demo. We will scroll a bit. And now we can check the vocabularies. So now we can see that these classes and properties are actually present in bioportals and OLS and linked open vocabularies. So this is good news. So that means that the ontology that is used is well described in a registry, which is a sign of good quality metadata. Now we have finished the step 3, so we'll go to the step 4 here. So it consists in checking the metadata against corresponding bioschemas profiles. So it will show minimum and recommended properties from a profile that are missing and should be provided. These profiles are defined by the bioschemas community. There is profiles for different types of resources, such as tools, publications, datasets, training, etc. And in our case, we have a tool. So I will show you. So this is this part. We click on the button. So we can see that we have two properties that are not present in the metadata and that should be provided. And this part of the tools provide a way to improve the resource fairness. So we have a button here to annotate, so we can, for example, add a version example, and generate metadata in JSON-LD block of data that can be used to be integrated in the web page to improve the fairness of the resource. And this part is actually really useful for people that have the control over their resource and can modify the code of the web page. Or if you don't have access to the resource and it is hosted by a database such as Zenodo, you maybe can contact them and ask them to add one of these properties, so it will be better compliance to the bioschema profiles. So that's it. Thank you for your attention. We have a live version that you can check, as well as a GitHub, where you can give us feedbacks. Also, check out our poster, and your questions are welcomed. Thank you.
Real 1440p 240Hz gaming monitor, I got excited for what the future would bring. Because we all know that once one manufacturer releases something, every manufacturer would eventually have to have one of their own.
We have your sound still. Okay. So thank you very much, Thomas, for your presentation. So, so if you have any questions, please fill the question and answer window, and we will keep all the questions for the discussion. So now we can switch to the presentation from Laurent and Julien, working at University of Strasbourg on the OpenLink project.
So,
yes.
So Laurent?
Yes,
maybe you want to say something.
I'm here. Yeah, just gonna say something. Hi everyone. So thank you for the invitation. And so I have a pre-recorded presentation of my talk of OpenLink. It is in French, but I did the English subtitles, and I will start the video.